Women are the force to be reckoned with. Today, we are the gravity, subtle but powerful and undeniable. Welcome to Let's Talk World. Hey, welcome back to the Let's Talk World here at Social Media Shows. And every week we bring you different, it's a literally variety of show on Let's Talk World. And as many of you knows, Let's Talk World has been the most or the longest running show here at Social Media Shows. I think this is my almost 500 episode. So it's been a while, and I come here normally with my short talk, short rant. But today, actually, I am so blessed to have Traci Lynn Cowan, who is an actress and who has been lighting up the big screen. She has been in many films and TV series such as Walking Tall, iRobot, Chronicles of Riddick, Smallville, The Chris Isaac Show, and her most recent roles have been Team of Two, I Am Ninja, Pepitos America, Mamadas, and the most recent one when we had them here on the Rise and Shine, Who's Gonna Take Care of Me? Traci Lynn is an award-winning celebrity host, fitness expert, martial artist, self-defense expert, and an action actress. Oh my God, multi-talented. Welcome to my show, Traci. Thank you so much for making it.
Thank you for the beautiful introduction, and it's always a pleasure to be here. And I just love your spirit, and congratulations on that many episodes. That's a lot of work, I know.
Yes, I used to have it's a one year running show every single Wednesday. I have like 10 guests for 2 hours, like constantly.
Wow.
10 guests every single Wednesday. And by the way, shout out to my friend Eddie at Chanclas Cantina. He owns so many restaurants here in Vegas.
Yeah.
So yeah, we used to do that in there, and it was amazing. But
Fun.
yes, it's crazy. He's been asking me to go visit his brand new restaurant, and I never had a chance. But you're always on my thoughts, Eddie.
Well, maybe we'll have to go down and check out Eddie's restaurant.
Yes, it's actually
Yeah.
by Fremont Street.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
they
Okay.
do a lot of comedies out there. But anyways,
Nice.
yeah. Well, thank you so much. Well, I'm gonna get right into your questions that I prepared for you. But
Okay.
don't worry, it's gonna be really. I'm gonna try to get easy on you.
Oh, she's going easy on me. Okay, okay.
But anyways,
I'm ready.
As I explained earlier, or as I mentioned earlier, you actually literally been on everything. You know what I mean? You did this. You did so much in your life, and I don't know, but you look so young to me. So I don't know how did you do that in a very short time in your life. But that's not the question. So of all your achievements, what do you hope to be known for?
Beautiful question. Well, I know that what I want to be known for. So when I leave this planet, I want to be known for that person that helped the people that were most in need. I love being an actress. I love being a self-defense coach. I love being a fitness expert and health expert. The thing that is most important to me is helping people that have been through abuse and suffering and trauma. And as a transformation and trauma coach, I want to be able to be known for that woman that exceeded the limits with helping people, no matter if you're a woman, a child, a man, or an animal. And that's always on my heart every single day when I get up. It's like you want to be great, but you also want to be able to give back. So being of service is the biggest accolade that I've had besides having a son, Cody.
Yeah, and it's the when you help somebody, it feels really good. It's actually helping yourself.
Yeah.
If you agree with me.
I totally agree with you. And I don't think a lot of us are doing this enough because I was hearing these audios. I listen to audios every single day and always educating myself. And I listen to the regrets of people that are on their deathbed or that are about to, they're talking to their families or the nurses and they're saying their regrets. And their regrets were, spending more time with their family or giving back or showing love to other people.
Yeah.
And so I'm one of those people that's either too much or they're my people and they're like, oh yeah, she's hardcore, she's assertive, she tells people what I'm thinking. And sometimes being too much is a good thing because I always share with people like you. I was like, I call you beautiful, I tell you you're loved, I'm grateful, I'm blessed. Because I really mean it. It's not just lip service.
Yes.
It's like, I am so blessed. So I want to tell people how I feel about them because I want them to know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you're a mom, but I'm a mom. And
Yes,
I have a 22-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
I remember on those teenage time that I'm raising her. And I used to like scream, yell at her. And then afterwards, if I go to work after that or she's going to school, I always say, I love you.
Yeah.
No matter
Yeah.
what you going through with your loved ones,
Yeah.
it doesn't actually means that you don't love them. So you need to speak that out because
Yeah.
you don't know if you will come back home
Yeah.
alive or them. You know what I mean? I always think that. I always tell my kids, I said, listen, no matter what, flaws, what we fight about and everything,
Yeah.
we still love each other.
Yeah, I love that you do that because you have heard those horror stories where people don't come back and they were like, what were my last words to, my wife or my husband? And that's why it's like, even though you're very mad or you're upset or you're disappointed or whatever you're feeling, it's, how you communicate it. It's
Yes.
all in the delivery too, because,
Yes.
we can yell and scream or do whatever we need to do, but I love that you do that because
Yes.
people need to know how you feel and where you stand.
Yes, I want the last word always, I love you.
Yeah.
No matter what. I said,
Exactly.
I love you. And she's like, and she looked at me like, yeah,
You're like, you're annoying me, but I love you.
Yes.
I get
Anyways,
it.
talking about being a trauma counselor and host trauma abuse and domestic violence,
Mhm.
what do you think are the main causes of being in these situations?
Well, that's a loaded question and a great question. And so what I really think is that it really stems from childhood. And that's what I didn't realize for myself being a trauma and a domestic violence survivor. I really didn't realize that it came from childhood. So being neglected, being abused, and I carried this into my adult life and I had no idea. And so you start looking for partners that emulate what you went through. And so I was always looking for, being abandoned and neglected and things like that. And the abuse, I thought that was normal. So being yelled at and being screamed at and being left alone for long periods of time when you're a real small child, you don't realize like you have all these issues. You have abandonment issues, you have self-confidence issues, and it goes into different things. Like it went into me for addictions, I went into eating disorders and all these things. So as a trauma and transformation coach, what I've really learned is that you have to heal this trauma and before you can excel or be with that perfect partner or be with that, in that family dynamic. And if your family dynamic isn't healthy, it's okay to get out of that family dynamic. And we think it's blood, they're my family. And I'm not recommending you to leave your families. What I'm just saying is that it's sometimes okay to take a step back and look within and go, okay, that's not healthy. This is a healthy boundary. I'm going to set a healthy boundary here by saying, you know what? And I love you, but I'm going to love you from afar, or I'm going to see you on Sundays for a Sunday dinner or whatever it may be. So, it really stems from childhood. And one thing that I really want to get across is that trauma is stored in the body. And as a health and fitness expert, I realize how important this is because people have cancers and issues and all these things and diseases and illnesses and stuff like that. And it comes from trauma and it comes from abusing our bodies and it comes from emotional stuff. And, especially even like some people are like, my neck hurts, my back hurts. I go, did something happen to you? Like I'll be coaching a client and did something happen to where, you feel stabbed in the back or somebody's talking behind your back? And they were like, Coach, how did you know? And I said, okay, let's process this now. So, we really have to take a step back and really focus on our mental health, because we want to be able to give to other people. And that's why I stayed single for so long after, because I wanted to be my best before I could, get into a healthy relationship.
Yes, I like that, because I am really big in helping others, to stand up for themselves.
Yeah.
And I did this to myself,
Mhm.
where I have to love myself first.
Yes.
You have to learn that confidence and build that self confidence. Because if you don't have self confidence in you, you're gonna be you're gonna be like being abused or
Yeah.
anything. So because you don't know how to stand up for yourself, and you
Yeah.
don't know how to get out with that situation.
Yeah.
But once you have that self confidence, and that's what I have
Yeah.
right now, and I always say, learn how to say no.
Oh, that is a beautiful thing. Yeah, no is an acceptable answer, and that's what I tell all my clients. And I remind myself, I even have this button that says no in
Yes.
100 different ways. It's like, no, I said no. And I love it. And I always look at it, and then it just makes me kind of laugh. And then I think, okay, I was like, I need to say no right now. And you can deliver no in a different way.
Right. Mhm.
That's not going to work out for me.
Yes.
Next time it's going to be a better time for me, a more
Yes.
appropriate time. Thank you. I really appreciate
Yes.
the offer. I'm not unable to attend. And you can say it in so many
In
different, ways.
Yes. Well, I use the no in different ways, like what you said.
Yeah.
Depends on the situation and depends on the other person.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
absolutely.
Yeah, use
For
that.
sure. You
Because
mirror.
soft no, if you, let's say, your kids, your family member,
Yeah.
a soft no, which is you're gonna say, hey, sweetheart, I would like to do it, but blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But when it's somebody that literally you want to end the relationship right there, you said no in a really hard word, no.
You have to be very clear, and it's all
Yes.
about communication.
Exactly.
And one point that I really learned with myself going through my healing and going through my transformation as well as a human being is that when I say no in whatever way I'm going to deliver it, so in a healthy boundary way, I always take a pause after I say it, because as human beings, we always want to be especially if we're uncomfortable, we start expressing too much and talking too much. So
We're overselling it. That's what I call it.
absolutely. And so it's like, hey, that's not going to work for me. Pause, stop, smile,
Yes.
and let them talk and let them absorb it, let it digest for them, and let them speak.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. And then it's like, and then I breathe, and then I go, okay, good. We accomplished that mission, and
Yes.
it feels good. It's so powerful.
It
and
is very powerful.
yeah, even for men, because I'm not just talking about women, but it's really hard for some men as well. Some men that are maybe a little bit more shy or introverted, and not as confident, or whatever they're going through, and maybe they do have as so much confidence, we don't know. But for them just to say no to a woman too, and so try it, you guys. I guarantee you, you're gonna feel empowered and you're gonna love it. But remember that pause. Take that pause, take a little breath in, not too big, because you don't want them to know you're like just relax.
I remember when I used to don't deliver it the right way. I literally, like, when I said no, and then I look at their face, right?
Yeah.
No. And then they're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
She's mad.
Yeah.
And then I said, hey, I didn't mean really no. Can I finish this work first? Like, you see,
Yeah.
I look at their face and I'm like, oh, they didn't take it first. They didn't take it lightly.
Yeah, and that's another really good point too, because no is such a strong word, and even though it's only 2 letters, it's probably one of the strongest words out there,
Yeah.
because we're so not comfortable using it.
Mhm.
But it's just like, don't get sucked into how people are responding or reacting, because that's their responsibility.
Yeah.
My responsibility is just to get the answer to you and deliver it to you in the way that I need to, and then let them do whatever they need to do after that. If they react, especially if we're dealing with narcissists or people that are gaslighting, I mean, that is a whole nother topic.
Yes. I was gonna say that. But anyways, so you are counseling. You have your business
Yes.
website and everything where they can
I
find
do.
you.
Yeah, thank you. So tlcunleashed.com, and I'm actually really proud and excited to announce that I've officially partnered with heal.me, which is a counseling program for not only counselors and practitioners, but it's also for breath work and meditation and mindfulness. And we can go through a bunch of topics, whatever you're dealing with. I can basically counsel you with all my expertise that I have. So you can reach out to me, TLC Unleashed, on social media, Traci Lynn Cowan, all over the place on social media. And I'm really good with usually getting back to you guys. Just bear with me. But I love when people reach out. Again, please reach out, because I love interacting and I love answering questions and I love helping and healing. So
That's
heal.me
amazing.
is going to be my new platform where I'm going to be coaching and
Beautiful.
counseling.
Yeah,
Thank you.
congratulations.
So it's an online, it's also in person as well. So it gives
That's-
me a little bit of freedom to be able to be
Yes.
anywhere in the world that I want to be and have that fun and
You're
adventurous
reachable.
side.
So yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. And by the way, before we go on a break, you are actually, the TLC Unleashed is not only about coaching, but you do interviews.
Yes.
Yes, you do
Yes.
interview celebrities and
Yeah.
everybody in there. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I really miss that, and I love being here because I love being, I think it's a Leo in me too. It's just like, I love being here, but I love communicating with people. So I've had my own show. I was on LA Talk Radio for a very long time. I was also on The Power of Voices. I've had my own TV show, my own radio show, and I've had my own podcast, which I still have, Life Unleashed with TLC. So we talk about everything and anything, and it's not just geared towards women, it's to men and children, and just empowering people and getting through adversity. So I really missed it. What happened is the bad word, pandemic happened, and so pretty much I went on a break.
Yes,
a
she
forced
was on,
break.
yeah,
A
post.
forced break, and I was working on some of the biggest red carpets, the Grammys, the Emmys. We were doing Oscar gifting suites. We were doing every red carpet, premieres, everything. And I was having so much fun, loving everything. And so took a little break, and so now I'm back.
Yes.
And I'm also, as you guys know, I'm in Vegas, and I've been here a little bit more than normal.
So hopefully we'll get her here.
Yeah,
Live in Las Vegas. Maybe, right? But anyways, we're gonna go on a quick break. Well, when we come back, I'm not done asking questions yet. But the next one, when we come back, we're gonna talk about her other skill, which is fitness and martial arts. So don't go away.
Hi, I'm Deacon T with Modern Word Ministries. It's great to be with you today. Just a short little promo for our show. Every Sunday morning we have service, and you can follow us at 10 a.m. Pacific Time on modernwordministries.org. And if you missed us or you want to see some of our older messages, go ahead and check us out on socialmediashows.com every single morning at 9 a.m. It's a great way to kick off your day, get a little bit of the word in you, get something uplifting, get you started off on your way. You know, if you're looking for prayer or you need some help, reach out to us. If you go to our website, again, that's modernwordministries.org, you can interact with me via telephone, via DM, text message, whatever you want. I'll get right back to you. So if you need prayer, you need help, you just need somebody to talk to, Modern Word Ministries is here for you. We are your church in the community. So until you see you next time, be blessed, everybody. Bye-bye.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York. So his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only World Ventures provides.
Got Films is a full-service production company that provides motion picture quality content and production services for use in the film and TV industry. Looking for a seasoned crew, high-quality equipment, or other production services for your film, TV, commercial, corporate convention, sports, news, or interview project? Your search stops here. Some of our projects include NASCAR, American Restoration, Pawn Stars, Counting Cars, Top Chef, BattleBots, Forge and Fire, and Street Outlaws. We have also produced over 60 feature films and documentaries. We're ready for all your needs. Whatever your project, whatever your budget, big or small, Got Films got you. GotFilms.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk World, and I still have the beautiful, gorgeous Miss Traci Cowan.
Yep.
You said something about how you pronounce your last name the other show.
Yeah, well, it's Traci Lynn, but a lot of people don't like to use two first names. And so I Traci Lynn, but my last name, and I used to get teased as a little kid. So my last name is not actually Cowan, it's Cowan. So
Cowan.
think of a cow and then Ann. So Cowan.
That's why I was like, I know she wanted her last name to be pronounced.
I'm not upset any way you want to
but I was
pronounce
like,
it.
that's a good talk in front of the cameras.
Yeah, so it's Cowan. So just so everybody knows.
But anyways, you were in a different movie that requires a lot of fitness, right?
Yes.
So you you are actually a fitness. Let me double check. In the martial arts Hall of Fame, you are a martial arts Hall of Fame. And as a woman, what is your experience then? As a woman in the martial arts?
So I have been in martial arts pretty much for about 28 years now. Wow. And boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai is where I started originally back in Canada. And I was incorporating it into my workouts. I've been in the fitness industry for over 3 decades, and I've been doing it for a very long time. I love the fitness industry and health and nutrition. And so I combined I was doing group training classes and stuff like that. And so I combined my fitness and my martial arts together. And so I was doing like Taibo, I was mimicking a little bit of Billy Blanks and things like that. So I was doing some real kick butt workouts and doing that. And that's how I started. And then fast forward 10 years ago, I came to LA. Well, I'm not quite on my 10 years yet, but almost. And I started doing martial arts. So I started doing Krav Maga, kickboxing, boxing, Muay Thai, sticks, knives, gun defense, and all these self-defense and tactical training and things like that. So how I got into that was I'm actually a survivor of domestic violence. I went through a horrific marriage with my ex-husband, and I'm not here to bash anybody because I believe life is about forgiveness and I want to let it go because I don't want to be a prisoner of my past.
Yep.
So I've just let that go, and I've excelled in so many ways. It's just remarkable. And then I learned how to be an executive protection agent, and I added in all those skills with knife and gun and stick defense. And I don't use any weapons to harm anybody, just to clarify that 100%. I only do it for self-defense and self-protection. Also to train other people, to let them know look at what's happening in society right now.
Mhm.
So self-defense is huge, and
It's
we
very
all need
important,
to know
especially
it.
for women.
Yes, and men too, and
Yeah.
especially in different cultures and things that are going on and hate crimes and things like that.
Yep.
We really want to be able to do that. So I have been practicing. I practice on a daily basis. I had to take a break. Unfortunately, I had some pretty serious injuries and accidents over the last couple of years. So I've really had to take a big break, but I am back training again, and I'm really moving into it slowly, and then hopefully it'll become aggressive again, and not aggressive in the style, but aggressive in my training. And so, going back and hitting the bag in the gym and practicing all my defense systems. I love martial arts. I am so empowered by it, especially as a woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know that I can protect myself. I'm not saying that I can go into the ring and fight in an MMA ring. I could probably hold
What would
my
you
own.
if you could?
You know what? It's funny because I watched one of the fights when we were at the pool the other day, and the female fights, and they were more horrific than the men. I don't think that I would. I'm more of a lover than a fighter. But, I really do. I don't want to hurt another person unless I absolutely
I cannot handle watching those boxing and those wrestling, real wrestling kind of thing. I can't.
Yeah.
I felt like I'm the one who's got beaten. Every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, shucks.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
It
So
is terrible.
I'm enjoying and also Wing Chun and Kempo and all these different styles, because I've had some of the best instructors and trainers and coaches instructing me, and we do different styles. I mean, we are even training in the backyard on cement in a backyard, and so it's pretty hardcore.
Well, that actually brings me to my next question to you. What do you think the barriers are for women in martial arts? What's the barriers?
Well, there's quite a few barriers. I think the first thing would be that a lot of women are very intimidated by it. So it could be intimidation from a lot of different factors. So women could be maybe lacking the self-confidence, not knowing that as a woman we can be as powerful, we could be as strong. I'm not saying that we're stronger than men, because men are typically obviously stronger, and that's okay, because I want my man to be stronger than me.
I want my men to be able to,
exactly
defend me for anything.
Absolutely. I don't want to have to defend my man. If I do, then I've got the wrong man.
Yes.
So I think it really comes down to intimidation. I think that women are scared to go in and attempt this. And I think that I have had this, actually I can't say never, I've had this happen to me a couple times where the guys are like, kind of roughhouse me a little bit and want to make an example out of me because they think that I think I'm tough. Yeah. And I just go in with that soft edge that I have and go, okay, damsel in distress, and play dumb and, really play it down sometimes, because when I first started training hardcore, because I was just like, okay, I don't want to deal with these guys, and some of them would kind of hurt me a little bit, and I was like, okay, and that's setting a healthy boundary again. I'm not going to train with you again because you actually hurt me, and I'm not okay with that.
Yes.
And so I stood up for myself, and then I would stop going to those classes. I started going to other instructors. And then, I actually was into another situation where training, I have to be very careful with what I say. So training with other women that are at a high level is also competition. So I've dealt with that, and that is a really painful experience for me because, some women rejected me and kind of kicked me out of where I was training, which I really, really loved, and it was like my family. So that was a really hard experience for me for a few years ago, and it made me really sad, and I really learned a lot from it. So I thank that woman that she, kind of put me in that position where she gave my sensei basically a decision of it's either her or me. And I understand why he chose her, and I accept that, and I forgive everybody, because again, it is what it is, but it helped me excel to my next level. And my next level is at a level that, just keep going every day.
I always said that when you forgive somebody, it's not forgiving them, it is forgiving yourself.
Amen. Yeah.
Yes.
You're absolutely right, because that's the thing. It's like, how much energy does it use to consume when you're in rage or you're frustrated or
Yes.
you're mad or you're irritated? And I was for a little while, and it hurt me, and I was really
Yep.
sad too.
Mhm.
And then I thought, okay, how am I going to heal from this? And so it was fuel from my fire too, because it was just like, okay, well, now I'm going to train harder because I want to get even better. Because not that obviously I'm competitive as well in a healthy manner. But for me, it was just like, okay, well, I'm going to keep doing well. And people are like, well, it's a compliment, because people think that you're a threat. I don't want to be a threat. I'm not here on this planet to be a threat. I'm here
in competition.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
yeah.
here for all the same reasons, and
Mhm.
and what I'm learning, self-defense and all these martial arts skills and things for, and tactical skills, is so I can protect and teach other people how to protect themselves
Yeah.
and their families. It's not so I can go out and be a UFC fighter.
It's a human nature that when people see you as a better person, they think you're a competition. No.
Yeah,
There's a room for everybody.
there
But
is.
anyways, my last question to you, Traci. What do you think about transgender women entering women martial arts?
So I think that there's so much controversy around this right now.
Oh,
I think that I'm in LA, and it's all around. It's being talked about and things like that. I just think that everybody should be free to be able to do what they do. And again, what goes back to, are men stronger than women? So if we're having a man transition to a woman and things like this, and going into sports, obviously they're going to excel, and they're going to do really well in that sport, because they are better, stronger athletes in a respect, and women are also stronger, better athletes as well. So I think that everybody should be able to do what they want to do. And you know
agree
what?
with that.
Who are we to put somebody in a box and say, you know what?
You cannot do this, or you cannot do that.
No, that's not fair, and that's not right. And I think that everybody should have their human rights, and they should stand up for their human rights, and everybody should be able to do what they want to do. And maybe you were born a certain way, but maybe you leave this world, or you are in this session of your life where you change, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Just be you, and it's okay. And the people that are fighting against it, that's okay too, because we all have our opinion, and my opinion is just only one opinion, and I love on everybody. And so if you want to be a guy, you want to be a girl, you want to be this, you want to be that, you want to do whatever, it is up to you, and you are in control of your body. I am not in control of you, and it's none of my business.
Very well said. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Traci. Well, keep in mind, guys, first, build your own self-confidence so that you can love everybody. And also, you can give a free opinion, but you shouldn't be trying to actually implement your opinion and others, truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You cannot show that opinion. We are in a free world where we can have our own free choice of what we want to do in life. All right. So thank you so much. Where they can find you again one more time?
All right, tlcunleashed.com, or Traci Lynn Cowan. TRACI is Traci with an I, and COWAN. And thank you so much for having me on the show. It's so much fun. I love being here, so I definitely will want to come back.
Yes.
Or I might not leave.
Yes, don't leave. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today's show, Let's Talk World. We're going to have more shows coming up with Let's Talk World, so please stay tuned. Always 6 o'clock from Monday to Friday, streaming live on socialmediashows.com. Thank you, and we'll see you guys again next week.